that easy. And that's because I'm signed in Chrome. And here I can choose which page I want to stream. If I only have a Restream 3 subscription, personal profile is the one that I go to. If I have one of our paid plans, I can go to public or a group page, which is here I can select the Restream page. That's all done. So now I can go live. To go live, it's easy. You can use if for people who want more control, they can use OBS. Then there's additional step to set up OBS. We're not going to go over that in this video, but we can send additional links to it. We are going live through Studio. So hello again. We're just using our browsers to go live, and Anya will cover that in more details. Here you will see analytics. My account never streamed, so there's nothing here, but Anya will show you, basically we aggregate all information from all your destinations into one place and show it here. Scheduler, it's a tool that allows us to have download videos and set it live. For example, if I'm doing a product demo or whatever, or I would want to pre-upload the video and it will look live during you set a time when you want to go, the video want to go live. It would look live for everyone except you. You will know it's done, it's pre-recorded. Here we also have chat. Chat is for, it's integrated with the Restream live, but here, if you can also download it as a browser standalone application. I can share a link with somebody, and somebody can monitor your chats. Basically, all the chats from all your channels will go into the same place where you can easily answer that. And program maybe some answers as well. Here we also have monitor. That's basically mainly for if you're going live with the OBS Studio. But if you're going with Restream Studio, we push a maximum optimal settings for all the platforms. So we optimize the settings for you. And here in account, you can see settings and billing. And that's where you can control your subscriptions, or you can control your access, emails, and two-factor authentications, and so on. So that's a short demo from me. Anya, do you want to go take over to show Restream Studio more in details?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so one little thing. So apparently our YouTube audience didn't get the first 5 minutes of our intro and our first steps because of whatever technical issue that happened. So the Facebook people saw the whole stream from the very beginning, but YouTube did get a little first part cut off. So if you don't mind showing one more time how to connect the channels on your dashboard, that would be great. And then I'll just take over immediately to show how the studio works. So yeah, let me just quickly spotlight you real quick. Here we go.
So I'm going to go to the account one more time. I already added the channel, so I'm just going to go and remove them. Remove channel. And remove Facebook as well. So here we are again, adding channels. So add channel, YouTube events. Again, we recommend manual automatic connection. Please choose if you have multiple emails accounts, please choose the one that actually have a YouTube account set up with. And I already implemented my password, inserted my password, and here standard permissions. Here you go. Easy as that, one channel. So here we can see some pop-up message. Always choose a primary YouTube server unless there's something really wrong with YouTube. Then you can use a backup, but just by default, it's primary. New event, title. Title, this is how your event will look like. So just put the name, whatever you want to. You can adjust that later as well. And category, we always recommend choosing a category of your stream, especially when it goes live on YouTube, because as I was saying that YouTube doesn't necessarily show the most popular stream, it just shows the stream in the category right now. So could be a good tip to get famous, spot on. I'm gonna add Facebook as well. As I was mentioning, Facebook is personal streaming to personal page is included with our free plan. If you want to stream to groups or public pages, it's our paid plan. So it doesn't matter where I press, just go connect to Facebook. Since I'm already logged in into the account in Chromebook, it's just pre-populated to me all information. And here I can choose stream to personal page or stream to a public page since I have a paid plan. And save. That's it. That's done. Simple as that. Here, I think we went over Live Studio and analytics, and I will show you now more in details.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and share my screen now. And of course, we'll start with the infinity circle. And here we go. Here I am in the dashboard, so you can see the channels that were connected. Once again, guys, those who joined us in the very beginning and had a little hiccup on YouTube, sorry about that, and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just starting the demo. We're just starting to show you the things that you can do with Restream Studio. That's what I'm going to be demoing, and then we will take all of your questions. I see a lot of people are asking about Zoom and Instagram. We will cover all that, no worries. Just a real quick demo on the Studio. So this is the tool that we are using right now in order to go live. And as you can see right here, you can basically connect your web camera and your microphone. There's a little setting button right here where you select your main devices that you want to use. And then right here, you can also see your microphone that you can mute and unmute, your camera that you can enable and disable, your sharing button, something that I'm doing right now, and the invite guest. So this is your link that you can send to anybody who you want to co-host as a guest speaker on your stream. This is what Anastasia is using. She's my guest and I'm the host. And you can have up to 10 people on your stream like you can invite them in advance because this link is currently static. So you can actually add calendars or post it on social media, however you want to do it. And if for whatever reason you feel like you've shared that link with enough people and you want to refresh it, you can just click this thing and that's going to refresh the link for your future guests. We have a couple of new cool features that were not available earlier when we did a couple of other Q&A sessions. One video as a source. It is currently in beta, but it is already available for everybody. You basically select a video from your computer. Let's say this is my live show little demo. Let me quickly play it. It's literally just a couple of seconds. And then you see how it appears here as a guest or as a shared screen. And if you select it, it's going to play and you can even spotlight it. And then once it's done, it goes away. And there's also another way how you can play video pre-roll, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So here in this section chat, like this is you guys from Facebook and YouTube. We're aggregating all the options, all the messages. And if you're going to more platforms than YouTube and Facebook, they all will be aggregating here with a little logo of the platform. And you can showcase them if you want directly on your screen and basically so your guest and the rest of your audience can see it. Hi, Randy. And if you don't want to show chats more, you just hide them. You have the caption section. So you can see here like my pre-recorded kind of like ready to go captions, including a little discount code that we're going to show you in the end of the stream for those people who joined us today. You can also display them on your screen and hide them. The next section is graphics. This is where you can customize your stream. You can add and remove logos. By default, you will have Restream if you want our free or standard plan. Starting from professional, you can upload your own. You can have overlays such as logos, names, basically any kind of overlay that you design, you can upload it here. The new thing in the graphics section is the video. So you can actually play a video pre-roll prior to your stream. And we have a couple of standard ones, and you can upload any MP4 file and pre-roll it show or in the beginning or in the end. The ones that I have are kind of long, so I'm not going to play them right now, but this is how you do that. And you also have backgrounds for when your camera is off or when you have multiple boxes with videos to have something on the background like we're having now with Anastasia. And your last section here is the setup. This is kind of like your last checkpoint before you click this go live button. You can titles and descriptions. You can update it for everybody, and you can also see which channels you are actually going live to make sure that you're streaming to the nations. So that's the studio. On analytics side of things, just going to show you real quick. It kind of depends on how much you have going on. So I have quite a bit of streams. So you see how it shows you the overview, and it shows you like your average stream duration, how streams you had compared to the same period last time. And you can see all of your sessions together, including the one that's live right now. And you can actually click and see the analytics on each particular session. So this was my stream last Friday, and it shows me that on average I had 30 viewers, 41 maximum. It shows my peak time, my views, which is not the same as average viewers, because that's basically unique views, like unique views of your video that you were able to reach during your time. And it gives you a little breakdown by platforms, and you can also see things like your followers. If that number was growing, for me, it's pretty static. You can see the chat messages and basically like the activity peaks and how many messages and chatters, how many people were basically engaged and active, and how many messages you got total. I believe the chat trends are still in development, but it should eventually show you. Oh yeah, so it does show you the top chatters, like the most active people, and it shows you the popular phrases. That's coming soon. Yeah, so that's kind of your analytics, and you can play with a lot of things here. Your average viewers, your audience. You can select the data from specific weeks or from the whole months, so depending on what you're monitoring. So it's quite sophisticated in terms of monitoring your progress and seeing kind of things you can do with your stream and what you're doing great and what you're doing not necessarily wrong, but maybe some areas for improvement and things that you can work a little bit more on. So I'm gonna stop sharing right now. So that was it for the demo. And oh my gosh, so many questions.
Very good.
I guess we're just gonna go ahead and jump to our question section, and I'm just going to start getting questions from the newer ones, just because it's easier that way. But please feel free to continue adding your questions. All right, so right here we have AIP. I'm running a panel discussion tonight, and I want to know if I'm able to have each panelist added on Restream versus using Zoom screen share. Great question. Anastasia, do you want to take this, or do you want me to comment on this one?
So I can definitely use Restream. Why not? We have this capability now of up to 10 guests included in the stream, and it's included with your even free plan or any plan, depending where you want to stream to. With Zoom, users tend to have a Zoom paid subscription additionally to Restream, which could be a little bit complicated. I don't know. It's your choice. We support both Zoom and Restream, but maybe give it a try to Restream first. We're definitely a big fan of Restream.
Yeah, well, exactly like Anastasia said, it kind of depends on the number of panelists that you have. If your number is under 10, absolutely try Restream, share the link, invite them as guests, and then you can have this panel discussion with them as guests using all this functionality that I just shared with you. If the number of panelists is more than 10, or for whatever reason you want to have more than 10 people on the screen with their videos and shared screens, then you should probably use Zoom, because they give you, if you're using webinars, they give you, I believe, up to 100 people. I personally don't really imagine how you can run a panel with 100 panelists, but I guess some people can do that. In that case, Zoom is your tool, and you can still multi-stream it by going to Zoom. When you select that stream option, you will see YouTube, Facebook, or custom destination, custom RTMP. So you need to select that custom RTMP, and then you will choose Restream key. You will add it to that destination area in Zoom, and then your Zoom webinar is going to be basically restreamed to all the destinations that you have on your Restream dashboard. We do have a great helpful article about that and a video, and we'll be sharing that. I believe someone already dropped that link in the chat for everybody earlier. I can definitely set it one more time, and we will also send that in the comments to this video, because a lot of people are asking about specific steps how to connect Zoom. And maybe let us know if you want a special Q&A session on Zoom only, where we can basically break down the alternative options, like what you can use Restream for that you typically would use Zoom for, and how you can use the two together. So how you can multi-stream Zoom meetings or webinars using Restream. So, all right. Let me see what else we have. What is the quality of the stream on Restream Studio over a web browser? What kind of echoing does it do? I'm sorry, encoding does it do in terms of bitrate? So we have our support team here, so they could actually help with that. Let me see.
I just can quickly answer that as well.
Yeah.
So basically, with Restream Studio, we use just optimal settings for all the platforms. We are actually streaming now from Restream Studio, so you can check the quality of the stream. It also highly depends on the type of a machine that you use and the internet speed quality. Our previous two Q&A sessions I was doing on my Chromebook, which we don't recommend using, but yet it worked well. This time I'm using Mac, and I think quality is better. So it depends on the type of a machine that you use, internet connection speed that you have, and yeah, and then also microphone or additional camera that you use as well.
Awesome. And Pete here says, I would love a special session on Zoom if possible. And a lot of people are saying, Zoom, please. Yeah, that's great. We will definitely think about that and try to prepare a special Zoom session for you. It makes sense. I know we have a lot of questions about Zoom. All right, here we go. Andrea from YouTube. Is it 10 guests for the session or 10 guests at any one time? Can I rotate? It's a great question. I mean, I can take it. Actually, you can have up to 10 guests total at any time. So basically, that means that you can have 5 people hanging in that green room, so to say, or that limbo area before you actually bring them on, and 5 people on the live stream, or you can have all 10 people on the live stream and nobody in the green room, or any combination of the two. So what you cannot have is 10 people live and then another 10 people hanging and waiting. So it's going to be 10 people total. That being said, when they share their screen, that kind of slows things down a little bit. So if you have 10 people and all of them will be sharing screens, that might not be work. So just consider that as well. If you're having, like, let's guess, and 2 of them are sharing screens, that would probably be more manageable than 10 people plus sharing screens. But yeah, you can definitely have that number 10 in any combination of people on screen and people in the green room, so waiting. A lot of shows actually do that in this funny way. They share their link to the guest link with their community, and then the 2 co-hosts are basically looking at the green room, and then they pick one person after the other to bring them on the stream and, like, to have conversation with them. So basically next level from chat participation. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, you can definitely do that with Restream. All right, so let's get some more questions. How do you ensure best audio quality for someone who is added as a guest as your stream? Love that question. Anastasia, would you like to comment on that as my guest?
That's a good question. Again, it's very highly depend on the type of machine and equipment you're going to use. So equipment is the first thing, and the second one is internet. So it's not really hard if you think about it. It works in a similar way as you connect your usual Skype call, or you connect your usual Hangout call or Zoom call. It's kind of the same thing. So if yes, you can take it from mobile, but for better quality, it's best to have it on a better machine. Also, simply because this usually streaming requires a higher CPU processing power and higher internet speed. But other than that, it's really just like, think about it as your usual Zoom call or Skype call. It's that easy. Again, Anya is using additional microphone. I'm using built-in version. I hope you guys can hear me well. At least I sound well in my ears. But yeah, you can see the difference, and that's what you do. So if you want higher quality, you upgrade the microphone. Higher quality, you upgrade the camera. Higher quality, you upgrade the machine, the internet, and so on. But you can start with Chromebook, like what I did.
Yeah. So, and for your guest, I think it's important to set expectation. It's really great, Rocky Borders, that you asked this question, because it is important to realize the importance of sound. Sound is a very important part of your stream. People will actually tolerate mediocre video over bad sound a million times, because a lot of people will be experiencing your stream kind of on the background while they're doing something else. Basically, think about it that they will be treating it as a podcast. So the sound is going to be very important. So for you as a host, it is important to invest in a microphone. For example, this one that I have is AKG P220, and I believe it was just $200 or something around that. There's some good microphones in the range of $40, $50. As long as it's not built in, it will probably upgrade your quality already. But for your guests, just manage the expectation. Just let them know that if they want to sound better, it would be awesome if they could buy or borrow a good microphone, or at least some kind of USB microphone. If not, if they have a good computer like MacBook, the built-in will probably do. Like you can hear Anastasia pretty well right now. And please test. That's your and my trick. Check it out before you go live. Make sure you accommodate like maybe 10, 15 minutes tech prep time so you can test the microphone and maybe have a couple of alternative options for yourself, and so the guest would also prepare for that, and then you can find the best solution that would be a good balance for both of you. This is a great question because we actually promised to cover that, and we're just going to do it right now. What is the best way to embed what is the best way to embed to my website? I believe your stream to your website other than YouTube. Anastasia, that's your jam.
Yeah, that's a good question. So first of all, we do encourage all our users to stream to website as well as any other destination. I think simply because you can reach more audience in that way. And also it's much higher reach and more audience. Yes, you can embed it from YouTube directly to your website. So you can stream to any destination plus YouTube, and then YouTube it directly from YouTube or Vimeo, or actually Azamai. It's also interesting player that also allows you to embed directly. And they have their own, like it's not branded the box as well, the video itself embedded. We also have a Restream widget. It's called it's additional tool which allows you to embed your video to your website as well. I must say we don't have yet our own video storage platform. So we actually take it from YouTube. We kind of make it easier for you. We embed it straight away from multiple sources and aggregate it in one box and put it into your website. So if one option fails, the second one will just go. So you can stream simultaneously to, let's say, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and whatever, and we will just aggregate it into this box that you embed into your video. And if one fails, the second one will pick up, and you will always have a coverage on your website as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. Marco here is asking, is it possible to include computer audio sounds in presentations and screen shares, for example? So if you are, there are two ways to do it, right? Like, so if you're using Studio, you are going to be able to share the sound if you are sharing something from your browser, but I believe you won't be able to hear, as of today, the sound if you are uploading like a PowerPoint presentation with some sounds in it. Support team, feel free to correct me if that changed, but I believe that was the case. So you could play something, like if you play video in a separate tab on your browser and you share your screen, you could hear the sound, but not if you're uploading something or sharing your screen, basically, because our system will be using either your microphone or your system on your computer. If you are needing to do that, though, there are ways to do it with OBS. So you can use OBS plus Restream and basically add multiple sound ingest and multiple scenes. And in that case, it's a little bit more complicated tool to figure out, and we probably need another separate session on how to use OBS. We have a live stream tomorrow. I believe it's the show called Behind the Streams, hosted by Dylan Hay, and he is actually going to demo how to use OBS tomorrow. So if you're interested, definitely check out our YouTube channel and see the schedule of events. I just happen to know that OBS is going to be the topic for tomorrow. And in that case, yes, you can select multiple ingests and multiple screens, and you will be able to play sound from your presentation. But in the studio, it's just going to be either a presentation with no sound, or you're sharing screen and you're using browser tabs. And in that case, you can get the sound from the browser. Hope that makes sense. All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Let's see. So there was a question about starting kind of testing on YouTube, and our support team already responded that you can do that with unlisted event. So if you want to kind of test and see how that goes, you can create unlisted event on YouTube, stream to that event, and then see, the feel and the look from the perspective of your audience, how they will be consuming that content. That's a great question, by the way.
Oh my God, 100% tested always. You never know. All these issues with sound. Be honest with you, from our experience, 80% of the issues with video quality or sound quality is due to either settings, your computer settings, or internet quality. So by testing, you will know for sure. And please we recommend testing at least 20 minutes so that you really know if this is the case, there's something wrong with the internet or something wrong with your settings. Then you always can contact support, and in support, we will help you to adjust the settings or test the internet if needed. But YouTube YouTube unlisted events is must go. Also Facebook, you can set up a private stream. You can also stream to Restream directly just to check your settings. It kind of depends, but definitely test. Definitely test.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question from Michael on Facebook. Does Restream have the ability to record the stream and deliver a video file when the stream is over? The answer to that question a week ago would have been it's coming soon. But now actually it is only in beta, and I believe we are going to announce it. It's either this week or early next week. So it is already available for testing. If you're interested, please contact our support. We'll give you a link that allows you to basically test it out. And yes, the question is also can you separate the recordings of audio and video? And the answer to that is yes. You can download a video file with the sound, or you can download just the audio if you are repurposing your lives for podcasts, which is a great way to repurpose your content, which is something we highly recommend you do. And yes, it's just a matter of a couple of days, and you will be able to do that directly from Restream dashboard. Very good question. So there's another question about Instagram. And I think Bree from YouTube is asking that. That's the second time. She just wants to make sure we answer that. I just want to make sure my question was noted. Can you speak to the concern of Instagram suspending accounts that use third-party applications like Yellow Duck? Well, let's, I guess, first kind of break down how would you stream to Instagram using Restream to begin with. And Anastasia, I'll let you walk people through that. And then we'll also address the question about concerns.
Yeah, Instagram is a little bit tricky. We know a lot of our users request for it, and a lot of our users actually do stream to Instagram as well and stream successfully. Instagram, a little bit like they concerned with their whatever concern, and they don't allow us directly connect to their API. So instead, we recommend using this third-party tool, which is called Yellow Duck. You need to download it, and then through Yellow Duck, you can connect your Instagram account to Restream, and then we will send the stream to Instagram. The only caveat there is that you basically need to insert the stream key 2 minutes before you go live to Instagram, regardless if you're doing pre-recorded video or you're doing live stream. That is because that's something that you need to do. Is 2 minutes before the stream, the stream will open. If you're longer than 2 minutes, the Instagram will just close the stream, and you need to do the process again. Regarding the suspension of the accounts, we haven't heard anything. Be honest with you, it's the first time that this concern comes up. As I said, our users do stream to Instagram a lot, and you stream successfully. The rest, maybe you can check Instagram policies or regulations on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we have never heard of any concern. Like, we never got any reports that people were blocked due to third-party applications. But of course, Instagram might change their policy at any time. Yellow Duck is a third-party application. It's not something that is part of Restream ecosystem, so we can't really speak to how specifically they do that. We know that Yellow Duck connects to Restream, and with Yellow Duck, you can actually use Restream plus Yellow Duck and stream it to a ton of different platforms, and Instagram is one of them, but it is a third-party application. So it's kind of a little bit of use it at own risk, but we never had any reports of issues. So if you had an issue, by the way, or it's someone that you know, please let us know. We'll be happy to record that and just kind of have it available for the future generations. All right, Williams here. I have a question. How can I connect Restream from my camera and easy worship? So I'm assuming this is a question about like, can you use it for church or like faith-based organizations? I would say if you're using Restream Studio, you're just going to use your browser and the web camera, just like we're using it right now. If you need kind of more sophisticated setup, such as multiple cameras or a professional camera ingest, then we would recommend considering OBS because it gives you more flexibility. We are considering adding multiple cameras within the studio. It's just not ready yet. It's just something that we're kind of collecting the feedback on. And if there are a lot of requests on that, we will definitely think about offering that option.
But just also on that point a little bit, you can definitely stream from, let's say, your camera directly if camera supports it. So just yesterday I got a request regarding Sling Studio. That's also like a standalone camera. Yes, you can connect to Restream and stream it through there. You can stream from your GoPro, you can stream from your mobile. It's possible. I would recommend you to check our Health Center articles. We have a detailed guides for majority of things that you can stream from and to. So maybe it's already on the Health Center. If not, then feel free to contact, of course, the support, and we will be happy to help you with the setup.
Yeah, awesome. Here is another question about Zoom. I utilize Zoom and I want to stream to YouTube and Facebook Live at the same time. Is that possible? Yes, it is. We did drop the link to the article that breaks down like different ways how you could do that. It kind of depends if you have paid Zoom account or free Zoom account, and if you're trying to stream your meeting or your webinar, there are two different passes for that. But in very brief, in general words, you will need to have the streaming function enabled. That's typically paid Zoom account. And then you will have an option to stream to Facebook or YouTube. You need to select stream to custom destination, then make that custom destination Restream. And there's an article that shows you all the steps how to do that specifically. And then whichever destinations you have connected on Restream, your Zoom meeting will be streamed to all of those, including the ones that are not even in the drop-down menu on Zoom, such as Periscope, LinkedIn, Twitch, and many others. So yes, you can totally do that. And there is a Help Center article that we will also add as a comment to this video, so you guys can access it at any time.
Also give it a try to our Restream Studio.
Yeah.
Our guest feature now, it's doing pretty good. We're pretty proud of it. Again, if you're streaming less than 10 guests, which is usually the case, give it a try. Maybe it will work for you. You don't need any other additional application. It's less hassle with the setup. It's just go and easy to set up and start streaming. But of course, we do support Zoom. And as Anya mentioned, we have very extensive Help Center articles and videos on how to connect Zoom to Restream.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good alternative. Sorry about that. All right. This is an interesting question from Nazar. Is it possible to embed Restream live streaming studio to website? That's a good one. That puzzled me. I don't believe so. Anastasia, unless you want to correct me, I don't think you can embed the studio just yet, but you can use the widget and the embed that we talked about earlier. And there is a Help Center article on that as well.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, if I understand Nazar correctly, your question, you want to embed the live stream into the website. Yes, it's possible. As I was mentioning earlier, you can choose to send your stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, many other platforms, and then additionally YouTube. And then from YouTube, you can embed it to your website, so it will be live. Or you can use our widget, our tool, which is called Restream Widget, that basically aggregates streaming from different platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and we post it into your website as well.
Awesome. So more questions about Instagram, and the community is already answering like, hey, here's an article, how you can do that. Yellow Duck is your jam. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for helping, because there's so many different questions. So here is a good question about copyright and music. We'll get that quite a bit, and I think we can definitely speak to that. When overlay of music occurs that is copyrighted, we're considered a private party that will allow for this. We are hosting a ticketed event. So let's just comment a little bit about copyright issues on end platforms and like what we need to keep in mind.
Yeah, so first of all, we in Restream, we don't censor or monitor your stream at all. We don't have any restrictions on the content itself. You can stream any type of content you want to. We send what you give us, we just send it to the end platforms. That said, end platforms may have some copyright restrictions, and it's not only for the music. Sometimes it's even for title descriptions or descriptions itself. If it contains some possible copyright words, Facebook or YouTube can flag it automatically and can pause your stream. So in these situations, we recommend first check your titles and descriptions, make sure it doesn't contain any possible copyright words. Also, please contact support of those end platforms in advance, because they may help you to what I call green light to pre-approval for your account, for your end platform, and to kind of that they check it's your content. And if it happens, if they blocked your stream, also please contact end destination directly. They will definitely help you to resolve the copyright strike or whatever they have on their platform.
Yeah, so to sum it up, we are not controlling your content. We're not having any kind of censorship over it, and we do not submit any copyright claims on your content whatsoever. If you ever have this issue, this is between you and end platform, so it's always good to see what kind of precautions and actions you can take to prevent that. Or if that happened, definitely feel free to resolve it with the end platform. But Restream we don't have any censorship or control over it. Mm-hmm. All right. Good question from Endo, and I know our support already answered that, but it's a good one. Is there a way to highlight Restream chat messages in your streams, similar to how you're doing with Restream Studio? So we definitely recommend using Restream Studio for that, because this is one of the core and features that you can actually show the comments of your community like we're doing right now. You can also, if you're using OBS and you're using the Restream chat, you can actually use the chat web browser window as one of your scenes, and you can basically overlay it on your screen if you're streaming something like gaming content, or if you want to have multiple scenes. And in that case, everyone can see your chat, but you won't be like highlighting specific comments. For that, you'll be needing to use Studio. And this is one of my personal favorite features, because I like my streams, not even Q&A sessions, but the live shows that I host, to be very interactive. And I love that I can take the comments from the community, highlight them, show it to my guest, and like the whole audience can see it. Instead of just reading it out loud. So that's great. All right. Restream ran a lifetime deal on AppSumo last year, and it was sold out. Is there any chance you'll do another deal again? I think this is a wonderful way for us to kind of carefully transition into the pricing. Anastasia, if you don't mind, if you would like to share your screen, maybe show the pricing and kind of like walk people through the pricing plans, and then we can also comment on some special deals, and also we'll just in a minute here show you the special code for those who showed up today, that you can save 20% on any of our plans.
Yeah, so answering first the question, regarding AppSumo directly. So it was the one time, like you mentioned exactly, it was a lifetime deal, a one-off time. Unfortunately, we're not planning to repeat it again, not soon. We do run a discount now and then. Today we're gonna share a discount as well. We also usually have a bigger discounts during Black Fridays or Christmas times. Then our discounts are a little bit higher than what we share today. But unfortunately for AppSumo, there's no way to use it, because the AppSumo discount is finished already, and we don't have it anymore. But speaking about the pricing, maybe I'll take a quick moment, and I'll show you a little bit on our pricing page. So here we can see that we have free account. With free account, you can stream to 30 different platforms. You can also use Zoom, OBS, Restream Studio, different platforms, and you can stream to Facebook personal page. If you want to stream to Facebook groups or Facebook, or for example, second YouTube account, you will need one of our paid plans. Starting from standard, it will include one extra destination, and that is either one group, Facebook group, or it's Azure second YouTube account. Be mindful that with these first two options, our branding is still visible in your streams. But when you come to professional plan, you don't have our branding in your streams, and also you have 3 custom destinations, which is amazing because if you're thinking about streaming to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you're covered with professional plan. Or even if you're thinking of streaming to Facebook and YouTube, but you want to have your own branding in your stream, this is where you would start. And you can see you can add with Restream Studio logos and customer graphs. We also have, obviously, if you switch it to yearly, we have a 20% discount. So let's say we're going to be sharing today a discount of 20%. And if you share if you go for yearly, suddenly you will have a 40% discount, which if you ask me, it's a good deal. And then we also have plans for company plans. With the company plans, we usually have more destinations included. It's 10 for premium, and for business it's 20. But be honest with you, my favorite features when it comes to premium and business, for business, it's file save stream backup. I love it. If you are streaming to a big event, or you absolutely need to make sure that the stream would not drop, this is where you would want to go. It's business or enterprise. Also with premium, you also have a streaming amplifier. That is kind of also additional feature that helps you to keep your stream stable during your stream, as well as additional features here as well, like a message delivery time and some things like that. Full HD quality that also is only from professional to premium to business plans, and so on. You can find a kind of more detailed descriptions here.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Here is another question from Teresa. Can I use Ecamm Live with Restream to stream to Zoom? And if you don't have the platform on your list, how do I add to the Restream list? So there are 2 great questions. One about Ecamm Live. You can use it with Restream. I'm not sure why you want to add Zoom into that equation, because usually you would use Ecamm that's basically a virtual camera or virtual encoder for Mac that also has a bunch of like cool effects and certain things that you can do, like overlays and captions. And if you want to multi-stream that to a lot of platforms and destinations, you can use Restream. So basically connect the 2. If you are thinking of using Zoom because you need guests, in that case, we would recommend you to use the studio, since our studio allows you to do a lot of those things, such as overlays and captions and highlighting messages from your community, video pre-rolls and stuff like that. In that case, you can basically avoid Zoom and just go directly from Restream. If you need Zoom in any case, then like we mentioned earlier, you can actually connect a Zoom to Restream and multicast your Zoom webinar to your destinations using Restream as a custom destinations. And when it comes to the platforms that are not on your list, I think Anastasia is a great moment to kind of talk a little bit about customer TMP and custom channels that we're not integrated with, and what are the options there.
Yeah, it's a good question. We have, if you remember, during the demo we showed there's a customer RTMP. That's basically a place where you can add any platform that is not on our list. As long as the platform supports stream, if you can get a stream key from the platform, we can then insert it with the customer RTMP. So, for example, our recent big platform requests were Trovo Live and Mixcloud. Those are coming soon. A little bit of a spoiler alert, but at the moment you can implement them through the customer TMP. You just take a stream key from Trovo Live or from Mixcloud, and you add it as a customer TMP. And again, I hope that we can share some Help Center articles on that. But it's in our Help Center as well, how to add a customer RTMP, which is not basically a platform that is not listed in this list of our platforms.
Awesome. There is a quick comeback to the pricing question. Is Scheduler a separate plan or is it included in a Pro plan? I think it would be good to just give a really quick brief overview of what's Scheduler for those who don't know, and then comment on the pricing on that.
Thank you for asking question. It's super cool. Yes, so the scheduler is a additional product. It's on top of your Restream. So if you think about it, the reason it used to be two different products completely, but now we're trying to integrate it. But if you think about it, if you need to multi-stream to any destination, you use Restream. If you want to have a pre-recorded video, then you use Scheduler. So that's why we keep it separately. If you want to use a pre-recorded videos, download it and then send it to some destinations like that are paid, like a Facebook or second YouTube account or second account of free destination. Then you will need two subscriptions, both Restream and Scheduler, because one is just responsible for the size. Scheduler subscriptions responsible for the size of the pre-recorded videos mainly. When there is a Restream subscription, mainly responsible for type of destinations that you want to send to your stream. But be honest with you, I'm a big fan of Scheduler. I think it's a super cool feature if you're going live with something important like product demo or even a service, a church service. During the live demo, things can go wrong. But if you have it pre-recorded, you have control over quality, sound, video, all this additional overlays and features, much better. And then you just set it on time when you want it to go live and you relax. We do the rest, we send it live. Everyone except you will know it's pre-recorded video. So I think it's a pretty great tool.
Awesome. All right. So we are coming close to an end. Charles here says, "Thanks, ladies, a great webinar. Cheers." Cheers to you. Thank you so much. This is so lovely to hear your feedback. We will be also, I'm planning to come back to the videos on both YouTube and Facebook and comment more with links and specific articles from our help center, so you can see, because a lot of people asking like the same question, like how do I connect Instagram? How does this whole Zoom thing work? So we will basically aggregate them all together. I know we dropped it in the chat a couple of times, but we'll have them as a comment to those videos so you can always access them. I believe this is our time to show you time for a discount. Exactly. Whenever you're ready, guys, it's going to be Redemo 3, and it's going to give you 20% off any Restream plan. This is a limited time offer, as well as all the AppSumo deals and all the others. All our codes have expiration. I believe this is going to be available for a week from now, and it is primarily designed for you guys, those who showed up today, those who joined our little Q&A session and asked questions. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much for coming. Please enjoy this discount. I really like that a lot of people mentioned that we would love to have a special Q&A session on OBS, a special Q&A session on Zoom. So we will be thinking and brainstorming on that with Anastasia moving forward, because I believe that's a great idea to actually separate the topics and basically go through the Instagram setup with Yellow Duck, go through the Zoom options and alternatives and everything else, like the specific topics. So please let us know which topics you're super interested in and what you would like us to dedicate like a special webinar to. We will collect those topics and create a plan for that. So I guess
and also check our YouTube channel. It's possible that we already have a video. Maybe we don't have a Q&A session yet on the specific topic, but most probably we have a video on how to do things. So it could be a good start. Maybe it could be a good start, and definitely use a support channel. We can answer all of your questions there as well.
Awesome. Yeah, remember we have 24/7 support that is available for you in the window. Like basically, if you go to Restream website or your channels, you will see this little orange chat window. If you click on it, we have people there 24/7 to walk you through any questions that you have, onboarding, troubleshooting, how to feedback for the product, all those things. Please feel free to share and contact us. We'll be happy to help. I guess that's going to be it. So yeah, people are asking about how much is the discount. Is there a discount for scheduler too? Great question. Next time we will prepare that. That's a great idea. So this one, this redemo 3 is just for the Restream plans, but it's a great idea to potentially offer a scheduler discount. We'll think about that for sure. And maybe when we do a special session on scheduler, that would be the best place for it. Good idea. All right, Anastasia, are you ready? Do you want to try to do high five while we are here? Let me see. It's really not that difficult and not that easy. Okay, because you're mirrored. So okay, I think I got it. Like that. Like the other way. Yeah. Okay. So you got it. Ready? Let's do it. Let's do it for real. Ready? High five. 1, 2, 3. Dude. I messed it up. Damn it. Well, we tried. Like this is the beauty of Miro. Like, oh God. Like, yeah, here. Yeah. Bang. High five. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This is our show. We will have more Q&A sessions on Wednesdays. We have regular live shows now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesdays, we have Ian Gray talking about different tricks and tips for live streaming, such as how to be confident on camera, what kind of tools to use, how to make it better, how to make it easier, how to be more interactive, how to plan for great content. And on Thursdays, we have Behind the Streams hosted by Dylan Hay. He is doing a bunch of demos, how-to, step-by-step instructions, great for beginners and also for people who are trying to advance their knowledge in live streaming area. On Fridays, we have interviews. That's hosted by me. We interview content creators about everything live streaming. So please tune in for any of those shows. Let us know what you think. Contact us, talk to our support, and definitely enjoy your streams. Thank you, everybody. All right, love. Yeah, let's do that. Like, oh, see that we can do. Bang. Damn it. Yeah, 2 hearts. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one.
Have a good one.